Welcome back to the Blurred Lines of the Brainwashed. Today we're going to talk about education, but we're going to look at it more from the aspect of what is going on with education. So I've been doing some research. This is my last semester for class before I get my second master's degree, so I'm all excited. But what I've been noticing in my research for class is that there's a lot of places that's out here as far as schools that are having a rough time with kids passing these exams. And it's just overall there's a lot of education that seems to be going downhill. And I personally feel like we're focused entirely too much on education versus job qualification. Because yeah, sure, you need to get your basics, but there's a lot of communities that we are teaching children things that they're not interested in because they're not surrounded by that at all. Especially this generation. I know a lot of the kids are interested in electronics and money. That's it. And so, we need to start trying to find ways in order to really pull on their interests. And that's the reason why I was looking at trying to start a school, just due to the fact that I want to focus on what's going to actually help kids when they get older. Because I have a lot of education, but if it's not utilized or is not needed, then all you have is a nice piece of paper that you can't do anything with. And so you put so much emphasis on, hey, go to school, get a doctorate, get a bachelor's, get a master's, get a doctorate. And then you do all this stuff, getting all these MBAs and MHAs and worrying about GREs and all this other information and all these other nice pieces of paper and getting all these numbers to find out it's not even helping you. So I really feel like we need to be focusing on where everything is going. Like even now, I guarantee you all these physicians that went out to become doctors and get physicians of different specialties. I guarantee you when they went to school, they didn't know that the economy was going to turn like this, and now they're sitting there barely getting paid. It's like, I'm not saying everybody, but reimbursements are going down. So it's like my whole thing is, I really feel like knowledge is power. But I really feel like we need to kind of reset and maybe go back to the drawing board about education, because there's a lot of people, a lot of children that we're actually setting them up for failure by telling them they need to do this, that, and the other in class or in school. They're not interested in it. They're failing, getting discouraged because now they feel like they're failures, all for something that they're not even going to use in life, nor that's going to help them. So I really feel like we need to go back to the drawing board with education and start teaching things that's going to really help a child. And some children are just natural born leaders, and maybe that's what they should be focused on in school, leadership. Some people are really good with communication, so they should be focused on communication. It's just like there's a lot of different things that children can do. And I know there's a lot of kids nowadays that's actually going out there and starting their own business, like the young lady that actually did the lemonade, and they have another young man that did bow ties, and they had a couple inspirational speakers. And it's like that's because they have parents that are actually fueling into them. It's like, hey, this is what you want to do, so we're going to help you. But my thing is, not all the time, those parents are like. Everybody's ignorant, so not all the time those children that are able to do this or utilize that actually have those type of people set up for them. And if that child is not hungry and not going out there and trying to do it by themselves, then it's going to be very difficult. And even now, I'm still getting a grasp of certain things that's going on in society as well. And I'm I'm past my 30s, so it's like I personally feel like find out what a child likes and let's hone into that. But I feel like that's the reason why we're going downhill with education, and a lot of people is not finding the significance in it because it's not really beneficial. It's like, what's the point of going to school to come out and have $500,000 in debt for no reason? And so I really feel like there needs to be some type of reconstruction, or at least something that's going on, letting people know, hey, This is what we're looking for as of right now. This is the future. I know that if you do your own research, which I have, you can kind of see where a lot of stuff is going because, people are looking for stuff nowadays like, carpenters and electricians and, plumbers and stuff like that. People, construction, because, we're all about building, getting people in houses. And so right now, that's what's huge. And architects, to help build these houses. And so if you're going to tell a child that, hey, you need to go to school to do this, that, and the other, then they get out of school and get an education, and now they're getting a degree in something they're not even going to be able to use. But that's pretty much, I'm going to get off the soapbox, but that's pretty much how I feel. Is like, that's my question to you. Like, what do you feel is something that can help children nowadays, and even people that are older that are out of school with getting a job, with or without an education, with or without certificates, and with or without all of these different trades? It's like, where do you feel like the future is going? What do you think education should be focusing on and pushing all of the children and pushing people in order to be successful in life? But that's all I got. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any answers to the questions, feel free to put them down in the comment box. Appreciate it. And I'm out.